monkeys are able to go through portals.
Alright, pop quiz. What mob is this? I'll give you a hint, it's not a silverfish. Actually, it's just an endermite. See, when the endermite was added in, it was just a purple version of the silverfish. Before it eventually got... And if it does, the iron golem will get aggressive. Model that we see today. Under certain circumstances, an iron golem will attack a villager. Now, clearly the villagers are a peaceful mob, but if they use their fireworks after a raid, that celebration might just damage a nearby golem. And if it does, the iron golem will get aggressive and even kill the villager that it's supposed to protect. And with that, folks, YouTube thinks that you might like this video, so see if they're right and have a good one, alright?
Feels weird. Picking it up. The legacy.
Here are loads of block facts you likely don't know, and I bet you've missed a lot of this info. Plus, I've joined my Skip the tutorial to help you find even more. Starting with number 1, what's Minecraft's least detailed block texture? Some are pretty basic, like concrete and terracotta, but they still have a lot of detail. Looking at the bottom of the loop, you'll see that it only has 4 colours. But that's still not the simplest. The dragon egg texture has only 3 colours, crowning it as Minecraft's least detailed, and meaning that the reward for beating the game has the texture with the least amount of effort put into it. Number 2, even if you play both Java and Bedrock Edition, you might not have noticed this tiny change. Pistons in Bedrock Edition have a more detailed bit in the middle. It's been 5 years and Mojang still haven't made them the same. Bedrock even lets you do this by changing the progress data value of each piston.
Number 3, when magma blocks were added in 1.10, they had a feature where they'd store the light level of a block placed next to it. So if you place glowstone and then removed it like so, the room would be just as bright. It's a useful feature for sure, but it got removed in 1.14 because it was actually a bug.
Number 4, Mojang have put some blocks in the game you'll likely never be able to use. An example is the end gateway block, which, even though it's impossible to get as an item in game, even with creative or commands, it still has this icon in Bedrock Edition for some reason. What's also great about this block is that you can use commands in Java Edition to make it into a custom teleporter. That could definitely be an evil trap. Number 5, a block is a meter in real life, meaning that a concrete block would weigh 2.4 thousand kilograms. So you'd expect an entire 1 meter cube of concrete to be blast-proof. Minecraft, however, doesn't follow human rules. Concrete in Minecraft is only half as blast-resistant as cocoa beans. An average cocoa pod has only about 1% the weight of a concrete cube, but Minecraft cocoa beans are almost twice as likely to survive a TNT explosion compared to a giant block of concrete. This game makes no sense sometimes. Number 6, another Minecraft quirk is that because the enchanting table is made from obsidian, it's impossible to blow up with TNT. That makes sense, but here's the weird bit. You can just mine the thing in under 4 seconds with a wooden pickaxe. This isn't even the only block like this. The beacon is made of glass and obsidian and drops when you mine it with your hands. The pickaxe doesn't even help with that one. Steve's just been at the gym a lot lately, I guess.
Number 7, the Nether isn't very realistic, but basalt deltas are similar to something that actually forms from lava in real life. You know lava in the Nether flows faster than in the overworld? Well, Robasalt is made from a type of lava that's more runny and can cool into stacks of basalt columns, just like the ones that we see in the basalt deltas, proving sometimes Mojang can really pay attention to the details.
Number 8, Ancient Degree is a really strong block. It's blast resistant and as high as obsidian, but the weird thing is that pistons have no trouble moving ancient debris but can't push obsidian. Another weird piston fact is that they can push anvils in Java Edition, but only while they're fallen. Glazed terracotta is the only type of block that can be pushed by a piston but won't stick to sticky pistons.
Number 9, you can go really in-depth when it comes to Minecraft banners. And if you looked at every possible banner pattern for a second each, it would take nearly double the time that the universe has existed for. The total would end up somewhere at 26 billion years, and the universe has only been around for 14. And also the names for all those 809 quadrillion banner items use accurate terminology that's used by real-life flag designers.
Number 10, now I know you probably never used the composter, but hear me out. If you do end up using it to get some quick bone meal, never use dried kelp blocks. Using 100 of these will give you about 7 bone meal. If you crafted these 100 blocks into 900 dried kelp items, you'd end up with nearly 40 bone meal. That tiny bit of effort saves a lot of resources.
Number 11. You might already know that blackstone can be used as a substitute for stone when you're making the tools, but you might not have noticed that this also holds true in the anvils. Even though it's impossible to repair a stone pickaxe with stone like you could with diamond pickaxes and diamonds, you can actually use blackstone in the Java edition and it works, giving us an interesting workaround for sure.
Number 12. Respawn anchors look really cool while they're active, with the nether portal texture on top. And there's a really cool fact about that. It uses the exact same file as the actual portal, meaning that it's slightly see-through. You don't see this translucency in-game because it's a solid block. Solid blocks like that are always opaque. One of my favourite blocks just got even cooler. Number 13. Another respawn anchor fact is to do with the sound it makes. The ambient sound it plays randomly is actually just the nether portal's ambient sound, but played in reverse and slightly slower. The subtitles say portal whooshes, even though it's not a portal, and that's not even the same sound file.
Number 14. We all know that when you smoke cobblestone in a furnace, it smooths out into stone and removes the cracks, which makes it kind of confusing when you smelt the stone bricks and then it adds the cracks to them. Bedrock Edition does have unused data values referencing smooth stone bricks, and they could be obtained with commands, but they just look like regular stone bricks. So maybe that's something for a future update. Number 15. There's only one way to find red sandstone naturally. You won't find it under red sand like you do with normal sandstone, and there aren't any red sandstone pyramids, so the only time that this stuff generates naturally is underneath a floating village structure when a village overlaps the Badlands biome. And those are some really specific circumstances, so I'll just stick to crafting it out of red sand.
Number 16. Mojang make mistakes here and there, and you can't really blame them for that. One of these was when they accidentally made it impossible to find iron ore in Snapshot 21W8A while they were working on 1.18's Cave Oval. You could technically beat the game using iron from village chests, which would be a nice challenge. Iron ore looked like this in the snapshot, so to be honest, I wouldn't be disappointed if that got removed.
For number 17, here's another one of Mojang's mistakes. When developer King B-Dogs was adding in the deep slate tiles, they forgot to add the crafting recipe to the snapshot version, making them pointless. But at least he got a funny tweet out of it. Oh yeah, and the reason that the Grimstone name for deep slate didn't stick around is because the word grim was deemed a bit too grim for Minecraft.
Come on, break.
Number 18, Minecraft has
Now.
a few inconsistencies.
Thank you.
You'd expect wooden stuff to be pretty flammable, and yeah, the loom and crafting table can both be used as fuel in a furnace. However, as soon as you try to light them on fire, you'll realise that they don't even burn. That throws a spanner in the works for my plans.
Number 19. Ever wonder why your custom what that looks like Denical does? Well, land portal frames facing opposite directions look exactly the same.
I really need to keep on doing this over and over again.
So if any or all of them are facing outwards, it looks the same, but it doesn't work. And it's impossible to tell, especially in Bedrock Edition where there's no F3 debug menu to tell you. Number 20. This fact might help you get a few more Wither Skeleton skulls in a shorter time. Nether Fortress mobs only spawn on nether brick blocks in nether fortresses, but that isn't just limited to the naturally generated bits. And it turns out they'll spawn a nether brick placed anywhere within the total shape of the nether fortress, like this. So making a few extra nether brick platforms should help to increase those spawn rates.
Number 21. When Mojang had a unique feature like the chorus spawn, how did they come up with a name? According to them, they imagined who's just discovered it.
Oh, super lucky and super risky would be doing that.
Jeb also said the intention wasn't that actually it sounded like a chorus. He just imagined that a forest fans created that.
Who isn't alive right now? Comment.
This might be the weirdest way to find diamonds in Minecraft. There's no need to dig down, no looking through any chests, or any kind of trading. You can find up to 2 diamond blocks in a woodland mansion's secret rooms. One is in the core of the lava room, the rarest type of room to generate, and the other is in the core of the obsidian room. 18 diamonds is a lot, but I'll stick to mining. Number 23. When you're visiting an ocean monument, you probably never quite realise the absolute scale of these structures. They're always slightly different, but have over 6,000 prismarine blocks each. When you need to collect loads of sea lanterns, one monument will give you roughly 100 sea lanterns. So they're a lot harder to get than glowstone, unless you fill a farm.
Number 24. If you try to jump on these slabs, you can't. Because for some reason, the sticky effect of honey blocks still applies through daylight detectors, carpets, and even slabs, making it seem more like a magnet than some honey. And apparently honey blocks even slow you down if you swim while touching the top. But if you're underwater and you touch the sides or the bottom of the block, it'll never slow you down.
Number 25. As of 1.18, there are 108 different blocks and items that can be used as input in a furnace, and 165 fuel types. Well, 809 quadrillion if you count all the banners too. But there are only 6 types of block that can be both input and fuel, and those are the overworld blocks, which make charcoal. The nether ones don't do anything. Probably don't need charcoal if you're that far into the game anyway. Number 26. Speaking of the nether, it would be weird if stuff found in the nether would burn. Imagine the nether forest just burning down instantly. Well, when shrimlights were added, Mojang made it possible for them to catch fire from lava. Luckily, this was fixed, but it's a funny piece of Minecraft history.
Number 27. Here's something you probably never realized about the bookshelf. Because the bookshelf is crammed full of books, Mojang actually had to make them catch fire 6 times more quickly than normal wooden planks. So make sure that fire aspect sword is the only fire you bring next to your enchanting room. Oh, and maybe you didn't notice this either.
Number 28. Bedrock and Java have a lot of differences. Sea lanterns have one that is very difficult to notice. The subtle pulsing animation of them is actually slightly smoother in Bedrock Edition. Prismarine crystals are also rarer in Bedrock Edition. They have the same drop rates from mobs and blocks, but they're less likely to spawn in buried treasure chests, making them 30% less common.
Number 29. While making a game...
Finally, now I'm on diamonds.
It's pretty clear what Mojang was adding in the raw iron and raw gold items. When they were added in, they went through 4 different changes before the final release. And the block of raw iron saw 6 different versions. And I'm glad they improved it, because that original texture does not have much detail.
Number 30. Copper's most unique feature in Minecraft is its oxidization. However, iron in real life is way more reactive than copper. But because the developers wanted each ore to be distinct and have different mechanics, they chose to make iron not rust in Minecraft like it does in real life. And I'm glad my iron walls will stay a pristine white forever.
What? Number 31. Another block that we can compare to real life is tough. Because in our world, it's made from compressed ash that was once part of a volcano's eruption. Rock that contains more than 75% ash is called tough, and more than 25% is then called toughaceous. And this house in Germany is entirely made of tough, though it looks a little different to our Minecraft version. Number 32. Walls were added to Minecraft in 2012 so that there could be fences for blocks that don't look quite right as fences. And cobblestone was the only type for 6 years until Mojang decided to add a load of new ones, including one that's slightly different. See, nether bricks are the only block that also has a wall and a fence variant. And the other ones probably look a little weird if they had fences too.
Number 33. You'll never be able to unsee this chest fact in Bedrock Edition if you haven't already noticed it. Chests, trap chests, and ender chests are all rendered as full blocks in the inventory. Mojang won't be changing this to match Java Edition because of a difference in the way they're coded. Dragon heads and eggs render properly, so why can't chests? Number 34. I love the target block. It's honestly underrated, and there's loads of features you probably didn't know about it. You don't have to shoot it with an arrow. You can use a trident, an egg, a splash potion, a fire charge from a dispenser, or even a lava speeds. There are even more possibilities in Java Edition, like ender pearls, bottles of enchanting, and fireworks. So get using it.
Number 35. This is called a jukebox, right? Well, in Minecraft's code, things used to be a little different. For over 5 years after the jukebox is added,
We're almost
there was
there.
a record player internally, and to this day, the music discs are called records in the files of the Bedrock Edition. And if that's not confusing enough, these bits of clay are called discs, but it's spelled entirely different to the music discs. Weird.
For number 36, here's another jukebox fact. They actually have a special feature exclusive to Bedrock Edition. A redstone signal is emitted without needing a comparator, meaning a hopper next to a jukebox will be disabled while a song's playing. So you could use hoppers to get the disc and put it back in automatically after the song stops playing, looping it. Number 37, there's a few blocks in Minecraft that you probably didn't realise you could shoot arrows through. If you place a dirt path beneath a full block using commands, a correctly aimed arrow can fly through the 1 pixel gap. You can actually shoot through a honey block too, even though there isn't a gap at all. Just shoot through the slightly transparent part and it actually goes through.
Number 38. Adding nether quartz to diorite gives you granite, which might not make much sense as diorite is whiter than 2, but there's a proper reason for it. Diorite and granite's real-life counterparts actually contain quartz. Diorite, however, contains much less so when we add it into Minecraft, it gives us granite. And both of them are found in underground magma pockets that turn cold.
Number 39. Here's a feature confirmed to be a bug that could be useful before it's patched. Sweet berry bushes normally hurt you, but could actually save your life. Just like water, they absorb fall damage for any mod. So as long as you've got more than half a heart, you should be fine. This glitch was first reported nearly 3 years ago, but Mojang haven't fixed it yet.
Number 40. You probably know that campfires calm bees in a hive. But if for some reason you want to have a campfire underneath a beehive that doesn't calm them, we can also do that. A carpet over the campfire in Bedrock Edition stops the calming effect. And honestly, that might make for a pretty cool prank.
Number 41. Even though real bees make their honeycomb out of 6-sided hexagons, or rhombic dodecahedron if you want to get technical, the honeycomb items and blocks in Minecraft use square shapes. No, because it's Minecraft, that's clever. Number 42. Snow golems have carved pumpkins on their heads, but in Bedrock Edition you can just place a regular pumpkin on one and call it a day. The face just magically appears somehow. It's a Christmas miracle. Number 43. Another interesting feature that pumpkins have in Bedrock Edition allows them to connect to stems that didn't even grow. You can have a melon or a pumpkin with 4 stems connected. However, melon stems won't connect to pumpkins. That would just be too weird.
Number 44. Fuel in a furnace seems to run out pretty quickly. But what's the longest amount of time you can leave a furnace running for without adding in more fuel? Lava buckets smelt 100 items, making them the best fuel in the game, but they can't be stacked. So instead, coal blocks smelt 80 items, and a stack of coal blocks can smelt for over 42 Minecraft days straight, which is over 14 real hours. Which is cool, but it can't be great for the environment.
Number 45. You probably never noticed this fact about huge mushrooms. Not including the stalk, both the red and brown types have exactly 45 blocks. Always. Grab them with Silk Touch, and these bad boys are a pretty good fuel, but only in Bedrock Edition. You'll get roughly 14 mushrooms if you mine the whole thing, or just turn it into a little house. I live here now.
Number 46. The look of the game changed entirely after the 1.14 texture update, but something that didn't change is Bedrock. Now, we're not referring to the bedrock at the bottom of the world, because that did change, but the bedrock at the bottom of the end crystal stayed the same. Though the pink bit was changed, so was the item, so it's a bit odd that they didn't change the base.
Number 47. Mojang sometimes take a while to add a feature after mentioning it, and and this is definitely true for trapdoors. In the beginning, they were just boring oak trapdoors. 3 years later, a developer called Mark Miner said that trapdoors for all types of wood were agreed to by Mojang. Then there was silence on this for a whole 4 years. Until Jed himself confirmed that they were being added, and all 6 types were in the game not long after. What a happy ending. Number 48. I know this is a block facts video, but the crafting table originally wasn't a block. This was Mojang's first ever mock-up of the crafting menu. I can't even tell what's going on in this menu. And there's just casually 3D girls in the background. Eventually hitting B on your keyboard would bring up the menu, and the only recipe at that point turned apples into arrows. Number 49. The smithing table is also one of the more interesting crafting stations, as they're the only type that can only craft one specific item. Another thing you might have noticed about them is that none of the items on the side are real items. Only the fletching table actually has real stuff on it. Number 50. You'd expect glazed terracotta to be stronger than normal terracotta, right? I mean, you cook clay to harden it into terracotta, so cooking it again should make it even stronger. Well, glazed terracotta is actually a lot more fragile than the original stuff. Bonus fact is number 51. Picking up frosted ice from Frostwalker is normally impossible, but Silk Touch isn't entirely useless on it. Mining it normally turns it into water just like ice. If you instead mine it with Silk Touch like so, it turns into nothing. For more blocks you might be using wrong, check out this video here, and big thanks to Skip the Tutorial for helping out.
Ads these days are so inappropriate.
Alright, we're checking out the only game where the only thing a high IQ does is cause you unimaginable pain. It's 1 million IQ plague. So, yeah, someone made an actual high IQ parkour. I love that even from here you can see my gigantic blood spray all over the first part where I could not fit. So there's 5 boards, and each board is more difficult than the last. The very first one says, you have to find the right car that will fit through one of these shapes. They may be saying, great, why didn't you try and put the motorcycle through the thin area? Well, notice how the motorcycle's license plate actually says stuck. Oh, are you ready? I think I broke my spine. Anyway, what I was trying to show you is that the motorcycle fits, the exhaust doesn't. Considering this is the very first IQ challenge, I feel like I shouldn't be having this much trouble. Oh, okay, hold on, I know what to do. Alright, ready? Watch this, watch this. Take the car. Alright, hold on now. Alright, put that right about like that. See, I wear pink, and the car is pink. Mom's car! Gas mileage is good! Alright, and we have a checkpoint! Whoa, level 2. Find a way to get over the pink wall. Do I get to keep my Sadmobile? I mean, it's not making me get rid of it, so I guess so. Pink wall. What is that on top of the Hold on. Can't touch me! I love that I have to murder someone just to get to the next checkpoint. Okay, so there's a hole in the ground, the shark, and a motorcycle, and a crate that normally I wouldn't be able to move. Although, to be fair, I can't move it because I'm getting 70 miles to the gallon. Let's bring that down to about 7. I want to know now what the license plates say on all these cars. Survey says, Bikiti! Oh, I also have to mention, I was told that I would not need my control pad for this particular IQ challenge. It really concerns me that the eagle is looking at me sideways. Patriotism! Go! Alright, perfect. Alright, now nice and smooth. We're gonna aim
Like your glove.
square into the hole. Right? I've been inserting stuff into holes in GTA forever. Think about all the thumbnail holes I've penetrated at some point. Wow, I'm really bad at this. Here we go. Alright, perfect. Yeah! See? Look at this. Now, before we get started. Yay! License plate says, do. What? Oh, double D! Oh, God. Oh, I get it. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna feel really sad if this actually isn't, like, enough space to get this. What? What was that? Hey, maybe I need more speed. Wait, if this doesn't work, I actually have another idea. Hold on, though. I'm gonna give it one more shot. That definitely does not work. Alright, ready? Hold on. I think that what it is... Watch this. The ramp is just the start. Alright? now, here, we put this here, okay? Let me try that. Give me like 3 hours, I'll be up there. All right. All the speed I can get. And go! I missed. This is gonna hurt. Luckily, my head broke my fall. Come on. Not even close. What the hell? I think I may have just torn my ACL, my UFC, my HBO. When you crash over there and there's a blood spatter here, that's a bad sign. Okay, new plan. Okay, now we're starting to get, this is Tetris now. You ready? Watch this. Oh God. Put this with the back to it. Actually, I may not even need this. It's always good when you have to climb out the top of the car. All right, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ooh, ouch. Guess I need to pop a wheelie. I'm not giving up until I complete this. I think the sad part is, it's not even that I have a high IQ. I just have a complete inability to just quit. All right, we're gonna pop a wheelie first. Okay, new plan. We're popping the wheelie way back here. Line up. Let this happen. Let this happen. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Boom! Headshot! Told you I'd get it. I think it was the helmet that allowed me to complete this. And we have check. Whoa. Find a way to the red wall at the other side of the room. Use old gray to assist you. What the hell is that supposed to mean? What? I've been stuck here for years. What is this? This is crazy. It's like looking in a mirror. I love how all I am at 90 years old is Mr. Clean. Anytime you see green in an IQ board, that typically means this is where you're supposed to go. Is this a ruiner? I can jump this. Wait, I can just cheat the whole board. There. I'm a winner. Oh! So, hold on. Let me guess. You made this. You shall not pass. Okay, so you need to get the motorcycle over here. Got it. So, do I need to use this as a press to initiate the script for Old Gray? And we going? We going? Oh, he is. He's driving fantastic. So, how? Oh, I have an idea. Hold on. Are you ready? Oh, I missed. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, too late. I know this is how you do it, though. Come on. Come on. Okay, so he kind of goes over to the right. Come on, Old Gray. Work with me, man. Work with me. Woo! All right, almost there. He could go all the way. Touchdown! Yes! Yeah! Okay, that was awesome. Actually, what was that about can't touch this? Alrighty. Back this in right like that. There you go. Perfect. And yeety! I'm terrible. In case you're wondering, the reason I missed is because I didn't have my helmet on. That's what I'm blaming it on anyway. Alright. Yeah, looks pretty good. Or not. Ow! Maybe I need to use my dead body to help with this. Or not! Ah, I was almost there. Okay, you need like every bit of speed you can get. Alright, so we're gonna start this like this. Here we go. Okay, I've got it set up as straight as I can make it. Okay, it's definitely possible. I have to hit it just right. How did I get blood on my rear fender? Alright, I got the yellow helmet on. This is happening. Line is so perfect. Yeah, that looks good. That's perfect. Right there. All this blood on this motorcycle is for a reason! Whoa! You know what? I'm gonna take it. Yay! Level 4. Use the given tools to get through the hole in the wall. What is this? Alright, so we've got the sacrificial lamb up there. Alright, well first, hold on. Let me see what I'm allowed to use. Motorcycle, a ramp. Okay. And the ruiner. Okay. So, you have to tightrope this. I can probably use the ramp buggy to get a motorcycle on the tightrope, but I feel like I would want to shoot myself in the face. So, I think what you're supposed to do, alright, take the ruiner, aim up, and yay! just now. Out of the way. And always go to where the green is. 1 million IQ. Watch this. So now... Hold on. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, a little bit more. A little bit more. More. Right there. Actually, let's back this death box up just a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so now... Grab this. Box is really high. Oh, okay, I got it. I have to smash my spleen into that green pad to stop. All right. So put this like, I don't know, maybe like here. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. This is happening. No helmet.
I'm sure this will work.
Nice and controlled.
I think this is enough.
Nice and easy.
Hi.
It worked. Look at that. No blood. Oh, there is a little bit of blood over there.
Hey, Nathan.
Now we do this. Want to get this perfectly aimed. Look at this tightrope. They gave me
This is the super flat challenge that I was doing with the other guy earlier.
Chassis slide this. It's got to be the motorcycle. I just need to do it in one shot. Yeah, here we go.
Stupid stick drift makes me go up the ladder.
Factor 9000. Oh yeah. Oh, this is happening. Look at this. Yeah, it's hot. It's making my blood pressure like 1 million over 2 million. Just want to let you know that, board trader. Much further. Oh, I'm almost there. Go. Yeah. All right. And then.
I have to cut my grass.
Front up. Swing the back end around.
Oh,
Oh, this is.
yeah.
This is awful. Oh, I
You gotta mow the lawn.
A little bit more. A little bit more. Right there. Right there. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. It's like trying to thread a friggin' needle
Yeah.
while you're drunk. Oh, we're straight. This is perfect. Look at it. Are you ready? Alright. What do you got for me? This is it. The final level. Let's see how fast you can think and how good your timing is. Pick the right colors for the mix of the two colors and maintain your speed to make the jump. Real quick, there's probably something that they should have thought about. What if I'm colorblind? I'll just make it up as I go along. I mean, I have a ruiner, so... Anytime you're faced with an immediate boost in your mouth, it's a bad day. Let's do this! Okay. Red and blue. Purple, right? Oh, God! So, I just realized something as well. Look at this anti-cheat measure. I don't know if you can see it. This glass is just tall enough for you to make it through. If you pop your parachute, you actually can't get through. All right, what else you got for me? Okay, here we go. Go. What is this? Yellow and red? Orange. Oh, yeah. Boom. Got it. So what happens if you pick the wrong color? Do you just smash into a wall? So red and green is brown? I'm gonna pick the wrong side, though. Oh, it's a real board. Oh, God. The only penalty for picking the wrong color is getting a gigantic headache. Or is it? It sends you all the way back to the beginning? Oh, my God, that's vicious. Okay. So, okay, thank God. So, all right, so purple, go. And as I understand it, you can't lose speed at all, otherwise you'll never make it. So, orange, yeah, so it should be brown, or, wait, what, how, hold on.
My brain hurts.
Why did you make this? Purple. Boom. Okay, yeah, so this one's orange. God, what was I thinking? Oh, that's right, I wasn't thinking. Okay, then the red and the green, which would make brown. Although that's kind of like a I was gonna say it's kind of like a charcoal. Purple. Tony the Tiger. Delicious fecal material. How many are there?
Delicious fecal material, what?
Yeah, oh, green. Listen, I got like a C in art class, okay? Give me a break. White, red, pink. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this. Never mind, I totally made it. It's like the channel colors. White, black, gray. Oh, it is the channel colors. Yeah! Yeah! You're, what? Congratulations. Congratulations, your IQ score is 69. Now go jump off a bridge. Wait.
Call of Duty Mobile. Download today.
Yeah, sorry. Our clan's not taking new members right now. Plus, for that, you gotta talk to Brian. He's our HR guy.
Over the past 20 or so years, the Call of Duty series has given us some of gaming's greatest Easter eggs, which led me to think, what is the best Easter egg from each of the mainline Call of Duty games? Well, today, I plan on answering that question. Now, just to clarify, I will only be including Easter eggs from each game's campaign or multiplayer mode, which means this video or Of course, these are my picks, but yours may be different to mine, and if they are,
Hey, be right back.
Anyway, without further delay. So Letlev becomes so tired of your insubordination that he straight up shoots you where you stand, which does seem a bit harsh. Next up is 2006's Call of Duty 3, and I'm going to be honest with you, I've got nothing. I've been playing the game on and off for about a week now, and I swear this game doesn't have one Easter egg to share, not even a bad one. I don't know what else to say really. I was hoping that one of you guys would prove me wrong and find something in one of the most forgettable Call of Duty games of all time. Right, it's time to take it up a notch now with Call of Duty 4. Releasing in 2007, it's no exaggeration to say that if it wasn't for Call of Duty 4, the first-person shooter landscape would look a lot different today. Now, for the Easter egg from Modern Warfare, I have sort of cheated. You see, Call of Duty 4 got a remaster in 2016 that added tons of new features, and one of those features was cheats. Collecting intel in the campaign would unlock various different cheats that would change how you play the game. There was even a cheat that gave everyone melon heads, which itself is pretty cool. What's cooler is what happens when that cheat is used on the all-gillied up mission.
Stand by.
So Captain McMillan becomes Captain McMillan. Get it? Because he has a melon for a head. Next up is World of War, with one of the best Easter eggs in Call of Duty history. On the Little Resistance mission, if
you head to the right side of the beach, you can find a small puddle. You need to stand in the puddle for around 5 seconds. After that, head left until you find another small puddle and stand in that for 5 seconds too. Continue left until you find a third puddle near some barbed wire, and if you wait in this puddle for 5 seconds, this will happen. Now, I know I said no zombies Easter eggs, and this is the ray gun from Zombies, but it is technically a campaign Easter egg. Of course, the ray gun is a pretty powerful weapon, capable of one-shotting enemies, so this Easter egg is definitely worth doing. So, you know how I cheated with the Call of Duty 4 Easter egg by using something from the remastered version? Well, I'm going to do the same again with Modern Warfare 2. The original Modern Warfare 2 was pretty lackluster when it came to Easter eggs, but in the remaster, that changed. A feature added to the more recent Call of Duty games was the ability to inspect your weapon. It doesn't really add anything gameplay-wise, but it looks pretty cool. Well, during the Hornet test,
did not mean to do that.
you're left weaponless as you make a mad dash to a waiting helicopter, and if you try to inspect your weapon-free hands, this will happen. So instead of inspecting a piece of military hardware, you play a game of rock, paper, scissors with yourself. Don't know how that works, but it's cool nonetheless. Now, having already seen one zombie's weapon appear in a Call of Duty campaign, it's probably no surprise that the next time it was Treyarch's turn to develop a Call of Duty game, they once again snuck in a weapon from zombies. On the numbers mission, if you blow up the Nova 6 gas canisters before the enemies do, a tape will appear in a nearby room. I will say this can be pretty tricky to pull off, especially as the enemies seem determined to blow up the Nova 6 canisters before you do. Anyway, if done correctly, you can grab the tape from the room and continue on with the level. When Clark opens up his weapon stash, you can find a cassette player, which you can interact with by holding the action button.
Just because I accept the inevitability of my fate does not mean I'm in any hurry to embrace it.
Whatever you say, English.
You're not welcome here. Get off. Get out of the village.
Okay,
Yep, it's the Thunder Gun from Zombies. Like the ray gun, it's pretty handy. Given how awkward this one is to actually pull off, I can't say it well. Luckily, the next Easter egg is a lot easier to find. Modern Warfare 3 was another Call of Duty game that didn't give me...
Hey guys, I'm gonna get off here and play some Black Ops 4, alright? I'm gonna stream on there. I'll see you in a bit.